Thalassophobia, a fear of the ocean or large bodies of water. It may stem from traumatic childhood events which a person may have experienced directly, seen, possibly on screen, or heard about. That! I have that! Greetings, this is Kenzie, and today I'd like to share one of my biggest fears to the world. For as long as I can remember, I've had thalassophobia. Still to this day, I refuse to join in pools, go to beaches, or do anything revolving me dipping into huge bodies of water. No thank you, I'm good. Kenzie, would you like to join us? Join you in what? Oh, there? No, I'm good. Are you sure? Like, you seem kind of alone here. We don't want you to feel excluded or anything. No. This is the one time where I want to be excluded from any activity. And I'm not alone. I have my boyfriend. Okay. Well, if you need anything, let me know. Yes, of course. She is hecka goofy if she thinks I'm stepping 1 foot in that water. So what's my backstory? Why do I have thalassophobia? Well, let me take you to a trip down memory lane. So I was a stupid child. And I don't remember how old I was, but I was old enough to know when this happened. Anyways, I was at a family party and they had this humongous pool, and out of curiosity, I kept staring at it and I wanted to jump in it. And here's the thing, I didn't know how to swim, but I didn't know that I didn't know how to swim. You see, I thought human beings or any living creature in general had this default setting where you automatically knew how to swim. Like hear me out. For example, if you grab a puppy and you put them in like the tub to give them a bath, they instantly start moving their paws around because they're ready to swim. So I thought that if I threw myself in the pool, I would automatically start swimming, like my feet will automatically start like pedaling, and I was wrong. Let's say I climbed the staircase. For some reason, no adults saw me, and I instantly threw myself in the water, and I nearly died. Thankfully, my mom made it just in time to pick me out of the pool. All they did was quickly hit my chest just in case, because I was like coughing a lot, and ever since then, I was so scared. And I bet you're asking, that's not thalassophobia, that's fear of drowning. Well, to that, my dear viewer, that's a small part of my fear. Then it escalated into bigger and greater things. Or should I say worse things? Now, there was a movie that completely traumatized me as a child. And this is when I realized how dangerous the ocean could be. This movie was Ice Age: The Meltdown. I'm so serious right now. You'd think it'd be something normal like Jaws or some shit, but no, it was Ice Age: The Meltdown. Anyways, the way I watched this movie was when my godmother was taking care of me. Typically, when my godmother takes care of me, she just puts a movie on because she knows I'm not gonna move or anything. She knows that if she just puts it on, I'm just gonna stay there and hyper-focus on the film I'm watching. This time, she had a new movie. It was Ice Age: The Meltdown, and I had no idea Ice Age had a sequel. So, when she showed me it, I was so excited. I'm like, yay! And then she put it on, she left the room, I was sitting there watching it, and then this scene in the movie, hold on, I need to tell you what the movie is even about. The whole plot of the movie revolves around there being a meltdown and that they're all practically gonna die. Anyways, the beginning scene, there's a turtle, and the turtle goes on a swim, and these two creatures eat her. Like, she dies. You can see her shell pop up. That implies she's dead. Now, imagine what younger me's mind is going through right now. That's underwater? Let me just say, Diego's the best character in that movie. I never related to a character so hard, especially like the tough type of character. I vividly remember going back to class and noticing the world globe, and I looked at it in a different lens. This time I've noticed how much water there is, and I was so scared that there was gonna be another meltdown. I guess Manny didn't save the mammoths after all. When I was young, I had an existential crisis about global warming before I even knew what that was, mostly due to the fact that the ice is gonna melt. If the North and South Pole melt, we're gonna die. And then those creatures that were frozen for so long are gonna come back and they're gonna eat us. I also went through a phase, not a phase, I'm still scared of it, where I was deeply afraid of the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo. You see, when you think of the Bermuda Triangle, most people thought that aliens came and they just took them to outer space or something. But no, I thought that the ocean just ate those planes, just sucked them down into the deep end where no one will find them. Which gave me a fear of planes, not because I'd be in the sky, but because of the plane potentially falling into the water. And this is where Point Nemo comes in. Now, to my dear viewer, if you don't know what Point Nemo is, I'm here to define it for you. Point Nemo is the most remote place in the ocean, far away from any land. Basically, the middle of nowhere in the sea. You're closer to outer space than land. That's horrifying. That's also where the legendary Bloop lives, okay? So this is the section of the video where I talk about thalassophobia in video games and video games that I personally played. So obviously a very popular one is Subnautica. I'll be honest, it doesn't scare me. I think Subnautica is so freaking cool. I love it. I think it's like the closest I'll get to being underwater in an ocean. So, you know, I personally enjoy it. Now, if I played it in VR, that would be completely different. Because in VR, it actually feels like I'm in there, and I would get the anxiety of being like in a big area. Let's just say Subnautica is the closest I'll get to exposure therapy. Another game, well, I wouldn't call it thalassophobia. I heard this is called submechanophobia, would be Outlast, the first one and the second one. So in the first game, there's a scene where you have to go to the sewers. And you're practically underwater in a portion and you're trying to avoid the big guy. That gives me anxiety because you don't know what's in that water. And thank God there isn't some underwater jump scares in that game. At least I don't think there is in the first one. I don't remember quite well. And then the second one, you're also underwater trying to avoid whatever's trying to kill you. And it's a horror game and you have no option to fight back. You just have to run and hide. And that is really scary. It's a different feel than Subnautica because with Subnautica, it's so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty. I like it. But with here, it's terrifying. It's pitch dark, and something about pitch dark underwater is just horrifying to me. Obviously, since it's a game, I know that it's not real and I could easily pass through it. Not easily, I still struggle, I still get scared. It's a scary game, I'm supposed to struggle. I know like some people have a more severe thalassophobia where they can't even play Subnautica, but for me, it's more like the real thing scares me. You'll never see me near Lake Michigan, willingly. Also, I should have explained this earlier if you don't know what submechanophobia is. Submechanophobia is the fear of man-made objects that are underwater, like old sunken ships, statues. That's submechanophobia. And one that I do have that I didn't know I had until I saw it on TikTok is that I'm very scared of animatronics underwater. I did not know how horrifying that is. Thank you, internet. Now I have another fear that has to do with the ocean. Great. Also, the scary thalassophobia Roblox games don't get to me either. There it is, in case you're wondering. Welcome towards the end of the video. It took me a while to make this video, actually. I really wanted to talk about this topic for a while now because it's something I'm very passionate about. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I want to do this more. I love drawing. I know these videos have been kind of all over the place. I am still working on that. I'll get there one day, but for the meantime, I really appreciate that you guys enjoy this because I ramble a lot. Truthfully, I do. So have a good rest of the day, and if you could like and subscribe, I would appreciate that. Anyways, later.